Leaks. So many damn leaks. What's good? It's your boy Rico. Welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Duel. And I don't even know if we can digest the amount of information that was leaked today. Like, I can't even wrap my head around everything. So this video, it might be all over the place. And there may or may not be a duel at the end of this. It just depends on how long it actually takes. Let's actually address the first thing at hand, the everything that we got today. We're gonna do it from here. Shout out to Richard, who always lays everything out. We have the new security feature. Cool. My support ID is no longer at the load screen or when I go into preferences. That's gonna be nice. The Mega Lucario, Mega Houndoom, Mega Arcanine are added to time boosters. Cool. I have them all. The Ultra Beast 10-pack featuring all chain levels is now available. I do have one question though. Didn't we have this in like June? And didn't a week later they released, it was either Mega Rayquaza or Primal Groudon or Primal Kyogre that completely countered them. So will you see me spending boosters or gems on these boosters? Probably not. We also got the September 80% off gem sale, which ends on the 30th. It's already 2/3 of the month is over. I'm not going to be spending money on gems because I'm not going to be opening up the booster, the Mega or the Ultra Beast boosters. I don't think there's a need to, because I think whatever banner we're going to come out is going to do something to counter them. Although, you know what? I really think Ultra Beast and Azoro is probably the best deck still. We also got the Black Charizard and Mega Charizard. Now, Black Charizard is pretty damn cool, but is he cool enough to purchase? Hell no. I will not be purchasing the Zard and the Mega Zard. I mean, like I said, the Shiny's cool. I think you should only purchase it if you don't have it. Me, I have them both. I mean, unless they did something different, if they have a different ability like the Shiny Ho-Oh, there's no reason to purchase it unless you just want, you know, to collect them. That's all. So that's all cool, nice and dandy. But then we get hit with so much stuff, and this is where I'm going to kind of be all over the place. I wake up this morning to Iceman just blowing me up. He's showing me some stuff in the material exchange, and there's some leaked sprites there. We have the Mega Gardevoir for one. We got the Mega Metagross. The Mega Banette, who looks really cool. We're finally getting Meganium. Kabutops. I was like surprised to see Kabutops. Can we talk about how this thing is a rare though? Like, it's a rare? Come on, man. Like, I don't know. I wanted it to be an EX. And then Mega Absol, who looks absolutely phenomenal. There's Mega Absol. So when I saw this, I was like, yo, this is so hype. I can't wait to see this. And then we are bombarded with like look at all of these figures. Shout out to Turtle. Turtle and I are on a team in the D Clan charity event. So shout out to Turtle for being my teammate, and shout out Turtle for all of the leaks, man. Look at all these figures that were leaked. I will leave this link in the description below if you want to check them out. But let's take a look at figures like Hax, or what's his name? This isn't Hax. This is, yeah, it is Hackmo. We got the Necrozma. Everybody was begging for Necrozma. We finally got Marshadow. I don't remember who was like, you know, really pushing for Marshadow. It might have been Yuji. I don't know who it was actually, but look, there's Marshadow. We got the Abominable Snow. We have all these figures, UX figures, the Glaceon, the rest of the Eevee evolutions. There's so many figures to digest here, and I don't want to make a video going over all of them and speculating on all their wheels, because it'll be completely too much. So like I said, I'll leave the link in the description below. You guys can check out all of their sprites. But what I want to talk about is the Meganium. I think we're getting the Meganium is because the Pokemon Go Community Day is for September. The figure, or not the figure, but the Pokemon is Chikorita, a shiny Chikorita. And I think that Pokemon Duel kind of follows this pattern of what's ever going on in Pokemon Go. So for September, the event, or the Pokemon, is Chikorita. This is why I think we're going to be getting Meganium. I don't know how we'll be getting Meganium. I think it might have something to do with the tournament that we're going to be getting. Let me go over that real quick before we jump into all those mons. We will be getting the pre-tournament event. We don't know when it starts, but it goes until September 25th. That's the prelims. I'm assuming it's going to start either tomorrow or Friday. If you want further confirmation, here it is. Prelims until September 25th. You get a UX item just for participating. And then you have the finals, September 25th until the 26th. And this is what it looks like. Tournament finals underway. I don't have any information under this. This is all I have right here. I don't even really remember the last tournament that we had because I think I was on vacation. I don't remember how it went, but I remember I only got to play like 3 or 4 games. Now, the first tournament, which we called like the Blitz, I thought was kind of fun because it was like a 2-hour thing. But I'm thinking maybe we'll get the Meganium for some sort of tournament. I have no idea. But what I really want to focus on is the speculating the next banner. Now, out of all of these figures, well, I want to confirm this too. If we look at Pokemon Go and we talk about the next community day or whatever this is, Niantic has leaked Deoxys. Deoxys is going to be in Pokemon Go. And like I said, Pokemon Duel kind of likes to follow a pattern. So for me, that tells me that it's going to be a Psychic Gym. So we'll be getting some Psychic buffs. And yes, I do believe DOA will be buffed. I think Hits White will be hitting for 150 now. Well, pretty much 160 because everyone has theirs chained to 10. I think it will be hitting for 160. But out of all the figures that were in this data mine here, 10 of them were Psychic Mons. We have the Abracadabra. We did not see Alakazam. The Slowpoke. I put an asterisk for the Espeon because I think we'll be getting the EV Evolution, the UX together. I don't think they'll be releasing them like periodically in banners. I think we'll get all the EV Evolutions together. Well, I think I'll get Espeon and Umbreon together, and then I think we'll get Glaceon and Leafeon together, and I don't know about Sylveon. Might just be on its own. But we have the Mega Gardevoir, Mega Metagross, the Crestelia, the Siliglyph, the LGM and Behem, and the Necrozma. And then the next one was we had 11 figures that were ghosts. Mischievous, shout out to Mischievous, you're finally in the game. But we had a Banette, a EX Banette, and a Mega Banette. Duskull, Dusclops, Drifloon. I think Drifloon's pretty cool. Giratina original form, I'm excited for that. Yamask, Crofigurius, and Necrozma Duskform or Dawn, I can't remember. But look at the Banette. Why are we getting an EX Banette? That is very, very strange to me. But I'm going to be very excited to be running, hopefully, Shuppet again. And let's go back to my email. So, and then we have 4 that are fire. Volcarona. Luigi, are you happy about Volcarona? Watermons. Amistar, Kabuto, Kabutops, Chinchou, Lantern, Azumarill. I'm excited for Azumarill. But we are having some interesting rock types. We're finally getting the Aerodactyl. Let's look at the Aerodactyl. And I'm pretty upset about the Aerodactyl because I believe it's just a rare. I don't want you to be a rare. I want you to be an EX, but I could be wrong. I think that's a rare, but I don't know. But we were getting the Carbink, which is a fairy rock. These 2 are fossils, Tyrant and Tyrantrum. I'm super excited for them. But then the grass, again, asterisk. So, but we are also getting 6 dark figures. So aside from the most, well, I guess water as well. But we're going to be getting the Mega Absol, Scraggy, Scrafty, Pawniard, and its evolution. We didn't get a leak of its evolution, which is Bisharp, which I'm excited for. But Volby and Mandibuzz. So these are all dark types. So what I'm going to speculate is because we're getting the Deoxys from Pokemon Go, I believe we're going to be getting a Psychic Banner. And if it's a Psychic Gym, then what is going to be super effective against the Psychic Gym? It is going to be the dark typing. Although we are going to be getting a lot of Ghosts, it makes sense that it could be Ghost or a Psychic. No, it could be Ghost. No, you're right. No, it could be Ghost. I was thinking it could be Dark, but you know what? It could actually be Ghost as well because Ghost is super effective against Psychic. I was thinking the other way around. So the banner could be, it's going to be Psychic, and it could either be Ghost or Dark. I want it to be Dark because I want to see the Mega Absol, and we've got the leak of the Mega Absol. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to kind of go over the figures that were for sure in the game as of today. I know they had an update that's kind of gone now, so the sprites are gone, but there are some figures that were definitely there, and I do want to talk about those figures. The first one going to be Gardevoir into Mega Gardevoir. Now, Mega Gardevoir has its ability called Pixelate, which I believe it turns all fairy type moves, or all normal type moves, into a fairy type move. I don't know how that's going to translate into Pokemon Duel, but we can definitely speculate on the attacks and its stats and its MP. So Gardevoir into Mega Gardevoir. Sorry, here it has a high special attack and its speed is increased as well. So I'm assuming it's going to be like a 2 MP. Looking at the attacks, I think it's going to have the Dazzling Gleam. I think that's kind of like the signature fairy type move. But if you look at its attacks, what is a special attack that it has that's high psychic maybe, or future sight? I don't think it's gonna have future sight. Dream Eater, I don't think it's gonna have Dream Eater. In my opinion, I think it's going to have, like I said, the Dazzling Gleam. Next mon I want to talk about is the Mega Metagross, who has the Tough Claws abilities. And if you don't know what the Tough Claw ability is, it powers up moves that make direct contact. So any physical attack, it will boost. But like, again, how does that translate into Pokemon Duel? I'm not entirely sure. And the abilities, like when we got the Alolan Sandshrew and Alolan Sandslash, they had the Snowcloak ability, which translated into Pokemon Duel. So that's why I kind of want to just see if they have any sort of correlation. But the Mega Metagross is rather fast. It's faster than regular Metagross. Its speed gets a 40 buff in the speed. So I'm assuming that the Mega Metagross is going to be 2 MP. And the attacks, I think it's going to keep the Bullet Punch, but I think it's going to be getting the Meteor Mash instead of the Hyper Beam, which I believe that the Metagross has. I don't even know if I have. Yeah, I do have Metagross. I just I don't rock Metagross that often. And then Absol. I am looking. Oh, dude, Absol just looks so cool. Absol has the Magic Bounce ability, which reflects status moves instead of getting hit by them. Kind of like the Umbreon has that attack, right? Or no, that's Umbreon's ability, I think. I can't remember. But if we go back, let's speculate on the Mega Absol. I believe the Mega Absol is going to be... Did he get faster? Yeah, for some reason. So Absol is at 75 base speed and then goes into Mega, which is 115, which is a 40, just like the Metagross. But I, for some reason, think that the Mega Absol is going to be a 3 MP. And for the attacks, I am going to bet that it's going to have Sucker Punch. The Sucker Punch is obviously going to be a gold. And I think it's going to have Night Slash and Swords Dance. I think it's going to get rid of the Perish Song, which I believe the Absol has. So I think that's what's going to be. The Night Slash is probably going to be hitting for, you know, when it Megas, it's going to be hitting for 140. And the D-Dance can hit for a whopping 190. That is my guess. Banette. We're getting the Mega Banette, and it has the Prankster ability, which I believe is somewhat similar. Gives prior to status moves. So I don't know how this is going to translate. Like all these abilities, I don't know how they're going to translate into Pokemon Duel. But if it does have Prankster, I don't believe. All right, now I'm kind of just rambling. But let's talk about the attacks of the Mega Banette. My thing is loading slow. Look at this attack. It has a 165 attack. And so we need to look at its signature move, which I think would be Phantom Force, because it's a physical attack. It does have a high attack, doesn't have a special attack. But I also think it's going to have the Hex, just like the Giratina. And then I don't know what else. My best bet right now is Hex, because Hex confuses. No. The Wisp. Wisp, Hex, Phantom Force. That's my guess. Kind of like the Giratina, who has Wisp, Hex, and then I don't remember what it's White Claw. It's something Claw, I think. Dragon Claw, maybe? But I believe that the Mega Banette is going to have Phantom Force, Hex, and Will-O-Wisp. A 3-star Will-O-Wisp? Like, can you imagine? Moving on to the next one, we have Meganium. Meganium has the Overgrowth ability, which I believe when it's like ups grass moves when the Pokemon is in trouble. Don't know how that's going to translate into Pokemon Duel, but it also does have the Leaf Guard hidden ability, which I don't even know what it does. Prevents status condition on sunny weather. I don't know how they're going to introduce weather, so I don't know what exactly they're going to be doing. But let's take a look at its attacks, and its stats are not the greatest. I mean, they're pretty, like 100. They're average, so it's not a. The attack and special attacks are kind of neutral, so I think it's gonna have Petal Dance, which I think confuses you, doesn't it? Yeah, and I don't know if I haven't really speculated on many of these figures having like blues or purples, so I'm not sure. It might have a status attack like the poison powder or sleep powder. I don't know. What do you guys think? What are your guys' speculations on all of the figures that we have? Everything that's leaked so far. Please let me know in the comments below. Now let's go into Pokemon Duel and kind of just clear all these notifications. There was a bug, I believe, something to do with Poliwhirl. When Poliwhirl evolves into Poliwrath, I think there was a bug. The Eon plate has been fixed. 10 gems, man? Okay, so I think we should have got way more than 10 gems. But yeah, that is it for speculation. You know, I think we do have time. I'm going to show you guys a match. Probably the most salty I've ever been, and probably my biggest mistake I've ever made in Pokemon Duel. Be right back. Alright guys, this match came during my break at work, okay? And I only have 15-minute breaks. So when I saw this opponent, I'm like, cool, let's just make this match fast, get it over with. I'm going to open up with my Nebby. He's going to come here with the Coco, and I'm going to stop right now, and I'm just going to say the opponent here countered the square deck very well. So he advances up a little bit with the Coco. I'm going to take the entry point, and then he's going to bring on the Fracture. And for some reason, like I said, I have 15 minutes. I'm just trying to end the game quickly. And he DCs here, and I've made this mistake multiple times where this happens. I switch out into my Zoro, and I get surrounded. But I know that's going to happen, so I have to risk not getting surrounded here. And my Nebby is dead. So now I'm going to be a little defensive here. And my opponent knows exactly what I'm doing. He decides not to take the entry point, because if I do, then we can go for the cheese. But he's going to attack with his Rowlet. I'm going to swap out with my Zoro. We get this free KO. I'm like, okay, let's go. Now I can take the, or now I can threaten game, and now he's going to have to back off, and then I can take the entry point. And now we can go for some cheese. After he takes the entry point, I get to long throw. And now he's going to have to move that. And he does. So I'm going to take this opportunity. I'm going to Mega Lucario. I'm going to get rid of this threat. Like, this thing needs to go. Worst case scenario, he does hit the dual chop twice, but he gets the miss. I'm like, all right, cool. We are in a good position. We have 3 entry points locked down. We can attack the Coco. Not likely, but when an opportunity arises, you have to take it. So I'm going to take this DC just in case. He rolls the miss. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's get this win. Got to go back to work. No. Just KO him. Okay, that's not bad. We still have the Gothitelle. Now he's going to bring up the Nebby. I'm going to take the entry point with my Lele, and he gets off the entry point with his goal. His goal, Luigi. Gets off the goal with his Mew. So I'm going to advance up with my Lucario. I'm going to pull the Max Revive here because I need the Nebby. I need the Nebby just for mobility. Attacking here, and I'm like, I felt confident in this roll, and we hit it. And I'm like, let's go. Not only does he roll the miss, but I hit the Moonblast, and that just has to feel bad. So I'm going to move up my Nebby, and I'm going to threaten to attack his Nebby, and he moves up perfect. I'm like, oh, this guy's smart. Now he's going to go here, and I'm like, perfect. Now we get. Oh wait, no. I should have taken. Oh, I could. I couldn't have squared because he's not on the goal. So what I have to do is I have to get rid of this Nebby, but the opponent makes the mistake and moves the Nebby. I'm like, why would you do that? Now I'm going to threaten game. Now he has to cover up. Now I can DC, and now I can go straight after the Fracture, and we get the square. Let's go. GG, boys. One problem, though. When I hit the squared, for some reason, I tapped on Nebby. I was like, oh, no. I didn't mean to do that. And instead of tapping off of Nebby, I tapped on my Gothitelle and I switched spots with them, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Really salty there. But I still have 3 entry points still. I can still somehow win this game if we go after Nebby. So I'm like, all right. I mean, I know he has a 3-star. Okay, because Nebby's powered. I'm like, come on, bro. Please. Right here, I'm getting a little mad. I'm like, all right, now he's just going to DC. He's going to attack with his Soul Gallery. I'm like, it's fine. I have the Sunstrike still. We're going to hit that. We're still going to be okay. We can still square it one more time. Of course, I get the Flare Blitz. Of course, I get the Flare Blitz. And he re-rolls. And now what I got to do here is I got to hope to get the Psyshock. And he has a large miss. And no, yeah, I'm going to roll the miss. Like, of course I'm going to roll the miss. And that, my friends, is how you break a phone. That's how you get mad, and that's how you break a phone. But I did not break a phone, although I probably should, because I'm getting a new phone, and this phone is pretty much, there's no salvaging it. Like, I don't know what to do. But we're going to cut the video there. Please let me know in the comments below what your speculations are on attacks, wills, MP, how excited you are to see the Necrozma. All of these sprites are there. Please let me know your thoughts and opinions. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, as always, peace.